What's up, YouTube channel? Bobby. I watch a lot of podcasts. One podcast that I'm watching in particular right now nowadays. My man Banky. If I'm not mistaken, his page called Banky Pound. Got him on my YouTube channel right now. I'm about to watch me a video right now, and that's what brought this into fruition. I think about the people incarcerated a lot. And just understanding the construct that I live in, being outside in a free world ain't that much free neither. I just have more access to things I have to do for myself, you know. But no funny. You know, listening to my dog Banky. It's not Panky, it's Banky. 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 You know, listening to Brumman. I know it's a lot, you know. He did 33 years. Hard time. So, you know, I understand there's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of dysfunction in there. There's a lot of mischief, there's a lot of sabotaging. You know, things of that nature. I get it. But I also understand that it's based on the environment that they're in. It's based on the conditions, the kind of people. It's a building full of men. So, yes, a man's world to that degree is very direct, is very violent. I get all that. But, you know, I ain't even really speaking on that. More so. Contrary to society's belief of the social construct of the idea of criminals. Contrary to the political belief or what super criminals want you to believe about other people, right? You know, according to the same people who made these prisons, you know, these men deserve to be where they're at. They are a danger to society. They are unfit to be amongst the people, and a lot of them are. I'm not taking nothing from them, but I don't advocate for dysfunction. I don't advocate for instability. I don't advocate for the undisciplined, the ignorant. That's not who I speak for. That's not who I represent. That's not who I symbolize. Contrary to that belief, right? What I know for a fact, that the most intelligent, strong-willed, physically solid men are locked away. And I don't know any of these kind of men in particular. The circle that I grew up with, these are not the kind of men that are for me, not the kind of energy that I gravitate towards. So I can't say personally I know any of these men personally. Nonetheless, I miss them every day. I see the kind of, you know, I've been surrounded by the kind of men that I am not, versus the kind of men that I should be around. And I know that the strongest, the strong-spirited, the strong-willed, the ones that first and foremost ain't taking no shit from this fucking system, people that know, people that understand how to live inside of the law and ain't hurting no. I'm surrounded by so much weakness, yo. I'm surrounded by it. It's it is overwhelming at times. I'm a little angrier on those days. I'm a little more vicious, a little more. See, personally, I didn't even grow up in that time, but I am very well aware that there was a time. My family. I have family members that are part of the old Black Panther Party. I come from a Crip family, conscious revolution and progress. So I know what the best kind of man is, and I know what the worst kind of man is. Put it all in a nutshell. But personally, dog, I need to be around strong men that ain't taking no shit, man. That's the only kind of people I can get comfortable with. The only kind of I'm the kind of men that create a level of serenity. Men that can regulate the environment and keep order and chaos. Regulate it, balance. Regulate the order, regulate the chaos, but never let it regulate you. Men who are weak to their impulses, Men who understand that if you don't know, you a victim. You feel me? I need that right now. And as I look around, it's not outside, yo. The mothers of yesterday and the mothers of today are not building strong men. The strongest men in America are incarcerated right now. Majority of men outside are obedient. Majority of men outside are weak in their foundation. So it puts me in a position of solitude, I get my exercise, I go outside, you know what I mean? But there ain't nothing to gravitate to outside right now, dog. Nothing trying to gravitate towards me. Cause energy attracts itself. Majority of men that I come across, man, they weaken their foundation, man. Overcompensating, not really accepting of their reality. I mean, who accepts their weakness, right? I'm bored because I don't have any men that want to take calculated risks. Most of these niggas out here is living off their woman. Alright. Most of these motherfuckers got such a crab in a barrel mentality. It's such a out here. It doesn't. I was just watching a video of my dog Banky talking about that yesterday. It was like, yo, y'all motherfuckers outside don't appreciate nothing. Motherfuckers outside don't appreciate nothing. And the biggest question in my mind is, like, how the men inside need to come together. We need to unify. We need to separate ourselves. The men need to separate themselves, yo. Because at the end of the day, there are ones who deserve to be incarcerated, and there are ones who have been put into a certain position to make money for the next person. And that's simply all this shit is chopped down to. We're talking about a commercialized world where your body has a number value on it, has a monetary value. You know different than buying a car. And it's like, yo, how many men really understand that? Like, how many men understand that they're just stuck inside of a building with technology, with security systems, and a few humans that are like, when does the man stop being told what reality is and he starts interpreting reality for exactly what it is? When are we gonna stop listening, being convinced by the voices that talk to us as if we trust them? Men who don't deserve to be incarcerated, what do? Men who are incarcerated for the wrong reason, doing extended amounts of time where the crimes don't fit the punishment. You feel me? Listen, I'm talking to you in 2023 during the Biden administration. This administration is exposing a real, a nasty, wild reality. That there are more wicked, disgusting, powerful criminals outside of prison than there are inside. See, there's no such thing as fraud. When the people who created this commercialized justice system robbed everybody. Destruction of there are 3 laws that every man must abide by, and he don't need no book. He don't need another man for him to understand this. I promise. You don't kill other men nor injure. That's one of the laws. A natural law. You don't destroy or steal other people's belongings. That's simple. The third is you don't fraud or manipulate people into or out of anything. So let's be clear. The federal government, the justice systems of all of these governments, of all of these countries, anybody with a policy, rule, or regulation, he has broken the 3 natural laws. Period. These government bodies kill people and injure people. They destroy our property and the things that belong to us. And we're being we're being finessed every day just by the lifestyle alone. You're not getting the full disclosure every time they talk to you. With that being said, why would you abide by the rules of criminals that are trying to deem you to be the criminal? You do understand you're dealing with psychopaths, right? You have to understand that. They just have power. They can manipulate your reality. These men need to bring law enforcement into the awareness of what it is and what it ain't, and making them live inside of agents of law enforcement are agents of chaos and destruction. They're perpetuating the consistent immorality and straight inhumane practices and ideas of our enemy. We understand that the weakest people on this planet jump to that motherfucking law enforcement. We know this. The ones that have no power and the weakest, most disgusting, most men that don't apply pressure where it's needed. Men that ain't trying to die about nothing they talking about. Those the motherfuckers that join that law enforcement. Whether he's SWAT, CIA, Fed, local, detect, it don't matter. Any man that truly wants to protect his land, wants to protect his community, he don't need to be appointed by nobody. He don't need an occupation. He don't need a salary. You understand what I'm talking about? The Constitution of this country, your inalienable rights make you police. Your inalienable rights make you a lawman. Okay? The issue with the average man is he is ignorant to law and order. This form of law and order is creating chaos. So it's not law and order. Out of chaos, they're trying to bring a new order. And the chaos is not happening to them. It's happening to us. Listen, personally, as far as I've been in 2 holding cells in my life. Okay? Misdemeanors, bullshit, whatever. My brain, I cannot contemplate being, my brain and I cannot contemplate being stuck inside of a box that I can't get out of. My mind does not resonate with. I was pissed. I was pissed in them environments. You understand? Enraged, furious. I'm smashing doors, windows, the whole nine. Because there's something about this idea I can't conform to. I can't submit to that idea at all. So for me, it's liberty or I die. Period. There is no, and on both of these occasions, let me make this clear. These are non-violent offenses. Nonetheless, they deem me to be a criminal based on statutes, not law. The things I was doing was illegal in that given time. Listen, never again, partner. Never again. That was years ago. Let's be clear. When law enforcement I tell them what the law is and what it ain't. See, the ignorant perception of the world is that everybody knows more than you. Once you come into knowledge and information and understanding, you'll realize nobody knows shit about shit. The same person in position, quote unquote, enforcing the law, don't know shit about the law anyway. You got to feel that. You got to understand that. He did not pick that job up because he has a duty to serve and protect. No. And if he serves and protects, it's not to serve and protect him. It's to serve and protect the interests of the private corporations that own his slave ass. Don't get it twisted. A detective, a judge, a prosecutor, okay? A police officer, these are slaves. These niggas don't run nothing. He not more powerful than you. Whoever deemed him to have authority over you, talk to the man who gave that man that authority. That's who you approach. That's who you talk to. Because let me put it in it. All it is men putting batteries in other men's back. That's all it is. Somebody said, yo, I give you permission to do this. And that person said, what? I couldn't do it before you said it. But now that you said I can do it now? Oh, it's late. What? What kind of reality is that, dog? I've had motherfuckers go in my space of living, based on false allegations that nobody looked into for real. Somebody said something, and then something was put into effect behind it. I just so happened to be in this particular building where this said person, who just so happened to be a representative of this building, which is how they had my first and last name anyway. I just so happened to walk in this building to get some assistance, some help. Stop talking to me. What the hell was that? Anyway, I just had something jump up in my face. I don't understand why. Anyway. Lost my train of thought, but that's fine. I'll get back on track. That jumped up and it took me there. Fucking distractions. I hate them. But yeah, I've already seen. I've been incarcerated off the strength of ignorance. Yes, pure ignorance and just simple slave operation. Somebody being told to do something, and then they're bringing their ass to me. But yo, listen, I'm gonna make it clear. I represent the righteousness that's locked up in that. I represent that big God, black man, knowledge of self, motherfucking, and what? I am what my brothers. Listen, they wouldn't incarcerate a person like me. They wouldn't even do it. Do you want to know why? I would create such a disruption inside of this funky ass system. I do it every day. I've been breaking curses since before I could spell curse. Alright? That way. So, well, yo, do you see the hieroglyphs on my body, dog? Do you see the energy, the vibration? I'm getting this redone. But that's Ima Symbol of light. Come on, bro. What? I have been conflicting with their I have been conflicting with their reality every day. I got men having to go back inside. I got men having to go back in their subconscious and delegate what the fuck happened to them. Okay? I'm the energy that'll make you stop inside the matrix and be like, whoa, I'm caught in this shit. and a lot of people don't realize how caught they are in it until they come across a person who's truly free.